Mercier ho no Ngāti Porou. I'm a Professor of Māori Studies at Victoria University, and I'm also a Principal Investigator on the National Science Challenge Bioheritage Novel Tools and Strategies for Invertebrate Pest Control.
And Sam is asking me to actually go over to the next submission, which is Ocean Mercier, I think. Let's have a look. Oh, hold on. Not really. I haven't been given a timestamp here. We'll just go through this.
9 years, 10 refereed papers, and 4 master's completions. So I recognise the theoretical potential of gene tech for better environmental outcomes through more targeted pest management for the benefit of te taiao. My research team engaged 120 tangata whenua and tangata tiriti in discussions on gene tech for pest management. Through our interviews, focus groups, and we produced educational material to facilitate understanding within those discussions. We found public perspectives on gene silencing, genetic modification, and gene drive, as well as gene editing, range from amazement, gratitude, interest, to concern and alarm, so the whole spectrum. But a strong desire emerged for further education and broader discussion on these issues. Crucially, a significant number of the people we talked to wanted decisions about gene tech to be made with treaty partners and with treaty underbidding the discussion. So in spite of the potential I see, I oppose the Gene Technology Bill in its current form. And I've listed a number of reasons in my written submission. I thank you for taking the time to read it, but 2 overarching reasons I'll speak to today. Firstly, the bill seems to ignore decades of tangata whenua and tangata tiriti concerns, debates, and up-to-the-minute research about gene technology and decision-making. And the bill thus squanders the opportunity for broader education, broader discussion, and decision-making processes that would support a whole of country approach to this. The hasty introduction of the bill bypasses that public debate, but it's key that Aotearoa is along and involved in this particular debate. It's crucial. These are not just technological questions, economical questions. Scientists I've worked with agree that there are social questions to be asked here, as well as spiritual, cultural, and ethical dimensions, which especially the ethical dimensions, we ignore at our peril. Secondly, the MAG, the Māori Advisory Group, is a welcome gesture, but given the long-term interest of tangata whenua in gene technology, the bill, I think, does Māori a disservice through its limited tiriti scope. For instance, my colleague Rain Hananui submits that tangata whenua don't just exercise kaitiakitanga over taonga, but environments impacted by exotic species, wasps, rats, etc. So the bill should make allowances for tikanga and mātauranga as well, both traditional and contemporary, thinking about that spectrum of research over decades, once again, and make provisions for rangatiratanga. So I recommend we withdraw the bill and amend, and that could take anything from Papa Whakaritorepo's suggestion of 12 months to 10 years, the lifetime of the National Science Challenges. Now, Mihi, happy to take a question if there's time.
Thank you. Yeah, kia ora. Thank you very much for your submission. Very clear on the importance of taking into account tangata whenua engagement. The history of Y262 and the like is very important for that. I wonder if you can talk to us about how speculative things like gene drives are. So conceptually, people like the idea that we might be able to deal with wasps or wilding pines, but in your understanding of the science, how far away are we from that, and what are the practical pathways? Is it even reasonable to expect that that's possible?
Yeah, so there is a lot of theory at the moment. So I'm working with scientists who talk in terms of 5 years or 10 years horizon for things like gene drive, and this is for very specific applications, for instance, for wasps. And so every biological system is quite different and requires a different approach. So our researchers are working on T haplotype transgenic from mice to rats. That's just a completely different system from a gene modification in relation to wasps. So there's years and years of research needs to go into the technology behind these innovations, and so there is an opportunity there for us to keep pace with that, as long as the researchers confine to the lab. I think, and to safely develop them, but I think there are huge risks for our environments if they go beyond that scope.
Got it. Yeah. So lab containment is crucial.
Yes.
Thank you. We're out of time. Thank you very much, Professor.
Okay, so what are your guys' opinions on that submission?
I thought she was great. She was practical, she was realistic, and she took the whole picture into consideration. And I like the fact that she listed tangata whenua, treaty, economic, social, technical, ethical. It's all in the it's all equally important, and she made that quite clear. And I thought Steve's question was good, and I thought the fact that she said she wanted to oppose it, withdraw it, and amend it. Well, my question with this amending is, why don't we just go back to the wonderful Has-No Act, which has everything we need in it. It's watertight, and then we can just update it to modernize it,
Yep.
so that it's up to date with what's going on in research and what's going on in the field and other countries, if it is. And she didn't mention the precautionary principle, but that was kind of implied, I think, in the way she spoke about it. So really clear, and Steve's question was really clear and good too.
Yeah, I mean, with you being a geneticist, can you explain to the audience and to myself what are gene drives? I don't know much about that subject.
Gene drives, I would just explain sort of briefly. They basically genetically propelled, if you like,
Yep.
through a population in order to do something like, and often it's to sterilize, so that you get you can no longer breed from that, wasps, say, or wilding pines, were the two examples that keep coming up.
Right. That's good to know. I hope everyone in the audience also got that. That was,
drive it through the population. That's what you can think of.
All right. Claire, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I thought she was absolutely amazing in her clarity of how she really looked at both the treaty issues, the problems with gene drives and stuff like that. But what I liked most was the fact that she said she wanted to withdraw it, and it might take 10 years with which to fix this. What we have to be realizing is that transgenics was promoted in the same way, almost identically to how gene editing is being promoted. And yet you've got scientists today saying, oh, transgenics is the worst failure we've ever had. Let's try gene editing. So maybe in 10 years, it will be such a big failure. We'll thank God that we didn't implement it.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok.